Rose Kemper and Francois and Emily Breeze are doing. But it also might be where the procession ends up or something like that, and they might be performing then. And then I've got like Safety Wood Fog and Team Brick, and they're all happening at Malcolm X, and I don't really want to be stuck at Malcolm X for 3 hours, but at the same time I'm kind of interested in maybe if in Safety Wood as the fact that they're Bristol based and they're really good, and maybe that there's an interview setup situation there. And the same Fog, I think I'd quite like to film him a bit actually, as well as maybe if there's possible for interview. And Team Brick, I definitely want to film him. Not that, and this is not the whole gig, but like at least sort of 10-15 minutes of him.
I mean, if we could actually, get a tiny bit of footage of every performance, but just a tiny bit.
But that would be, I mean, that's insane because we can't do that. We really can't. We really can't do that.
If people respond to the sort of camera phone stuff,
then
we could.
Then we might be able to, yeah.
I mean, but those, all right, that may not be a practical example, but I think those sort of ideas are important. I've already said that to you. I said to Lady. Do you want to finish your thing and then I'll go through?
Okay, so then I've got after Team Brick, I've got Volcano the Bear at Casablancas. Yeah. And then, again, I wanted to ask Mark about this because there's something happening at John Wesley New Room, and I want to go there. Then I've got VVM at the Croft, then Babazula at Malcolm X, then Chris Corsano at Full Moon, Oren Marshall at the Cube, Sion at Blue Mountain, Exile Wheels 2 Season K at Croft, Cobra Killer at Casablancas, and Graham Macy at Malcolm X. So it's kind of like shitloads of stuff.
Midnight Pong will also be occurring around there. At midnight.
What the hell is that? Midnight what?
Midnight Pong.
Smell?
It's the hair shop. There's going to be projections of, the old computer Pong game.
Oh right, okay.
It goes into a TV. It's going to be projected onto the building opposite.
Oh.
At midnight, it's going to be Midnight Pong. But they're doing it. Well, I suggested midnight because we couldn't work out when it got dark, and there were like staff finishes and stuff, and that's like it's memorable, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they're all keen to go to Cobra Killer.
Yeah. But basically, at the same time, even though I'm wanting to go, because it's still quite difficult because it's like if we want to interview VVM.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to get there. I mean, it might be that we interview them before they go on, which will be like, 8:45 or something. And then that means that it's just in terms of like, I was trying to think about how quickly I could get around. And whether like having a bike would be a funny way of like
also, how much equipment do we have? And what equipment do we have?
Well, I think I'm going to have my phone.
Yeah.
Which I can take, which I'll take all the stills
video and still
on. And video, but mainly I think I might keep it as purely stills.
Yeah.
And then I'll have the picture this camera.
Yeah.
And then I'll have my Super 8 camera, but I'll ditch my Super 8 camera once it gets dark.
Yeah, because the Super 8, I think it has to be used outside, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it makes sense for the picnics and processions. Is
Yeah.
that the thing?
So I was thinking of the procession and
also, it doesn't have like all the other sort of digital cameras and phones. Excuse me, that we're using should have a timestamp on them, or make sure that they're synchronized. The clocks are synchronized. Because in terms of thinking about things happening in parallel, but the Super 8 works. So that'd be really good to make a note of when it where and when. Well, where does it?
But I think that as well, like the Super 8 will maybe it's fine for it to be, because I'm gonna maybe use the Super 8 for, it's not going to have sound either, do you know what I mean? So maybe it'd be quite nice for Super 8 to be just this thing that I can shoot stuff with that is a little bit placeless. I mean, obviously you can place it, but I'm quite interested in maybe that, because of that, having that different aesthetic and everything. It's going to be obviously not like this is happening right now. It's like it will have that kind of feel. So maybe, but that's as far as I know. That's all the cameras I have. What have you got? What are you going to use?
Well, I've got that one.
Which you will use for stills and video.
I think so, yeah. I mean, that's the quality that I've been shooting the meetings on, or lucid, the meetings have been shot on, which I think is in, because that was one of the things we were talking about, this sort of freeze of talking about an event prior to it in a meeting, the event actually occurring, and then like people talking about it after the event as well.
Yeah.
So that sort of works within this thing of threes. So I think continue using that, that it gets filled up fairly quickly. That's the thing. I've got the digital 8 cameras, well, mine and the other one at the Cube, but they're pretty bulky.
I think Hoggy will probably be using the one at the Cube. I emailed him, by the way, and he hasn't got back to me yet, but I just basically emailed him.
I've got 2. I gave one to the Cube, I've got an identical one. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is very big, and the tape's more expensive because they're sort of not as common.
Yeah.
They used to be cheaper, but now you can buy
maybe Ben will be able to help us buy tapes.
Yeah, I hope so. Expenses. Well,
that's all we need is
expenses,
tapes, because we've got everything else for free.
And passes. Lucy, I want to be the pop stars, I want to be the pop stars.
You?
No,
you said it.
Yeah, I said it, I do too, but you said it into the camera. Did you see that bit? About
no, I haven't
6
seen
times.
it, I don't want to see it.
Okay, well I've got a laminate, so I can make us some nice passes if we don't get...
Some joke passes?
Yeah, or
we'll
just official ones.
Yeah,
but official documenter type ones.
We're going to get that, aren't we? Do you think?
So, in terms of like interviews, do you want to go through what you thought about, you wanted to see?
Yeah. What I want to see, all these...
What you want to... Yeah, you're kind of...
As well.
Yeah, just know what you want to see first. Because obviously, like, I missed this...
What you want to see.
Lucy doesn't count because she's 20 minutes late.
Lucy's what?
Yeah, but I assume she was rushing through, or...
Lucy's...
Lucy, I think...
well, I've...
Yeah, I do know, I'm sorry, I'm not.
No, do it.
I'm not...
Is this still recording?
Probably.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Well, here's mine here. I marked out in blue what I really quite like to see.
Hold it up still, please.
Yeah, no, there's more than one. But some of these overlap, so I've just gone through things that, if I was a punter, things I'd be interested in seeing. I haven't really worked out specifically in what I'd like to interview and so on, because I'm not so interested in filming performances anyway.
Okay.
These ones marked in orange here and red are overlap, feed into this parallel idea, which I think can be very interesting if we're at parallel things. So there's the parallel thing is processions, picnics, pubs, and performances and workshops. So it seems to be mainly on Saturday morning there's these parallel things going on, but there's the Anne Shenton procession and Jem's procession, which I think visually in the edit could look very interesting, sort of parallel together because they're happening at a similar time and they're a similar action. There's the workshops, which are parallel, so they've got a similar sort of look and also a similar time. There's an overlap.
Which workshops are you talking about?
There's the radio workshop and the Francois Rosekemp workshop. That one runs 2 to 5, that one runs from 4, so there's like a Venn diagram overlap of that point. There's also these things going on in different sort of pubs and bars.
Yeah, and are they just happening the whole
night?
Think
so. But there's also 3 of them. So just at a moment that could look quite nice. Just a moment in time that's the same moment in all these different places.
Right, can I stop recording?
Yeah.
How do you stop it?
Just press the big button on the top.